Good morning. It's Monday morning here in Galilee, and instead of a typed blog, because I ran out of time, I'm going to do a video blog, because how cool is this? Because we're on the eastern shore of the Sea of Galilee, and if I turn around here, you can see the mountains, and in one of these mountains was a town called Kersey, and Kersey had a man that was a demoniac, and that's the famous story where Jesus asked who the demon's name, and they said, "Legion, for we are many." He cast them out, and it's kind of an odd turn of events. They say, "Well, don't just send us out anywhere. Let us go into the pigs." And so, as Chuck Missler used to say, this was the first recorded case of deviled ham, because the demons go into the pigs. The pigs rush down one of these hills here, and then into the lake right here. So we are on day 6. So you can tell I'm getting over cold. Yesterday was a busy day in the north part of Israel. We started at a place called Katzrin, where they have an ancient Talmudic village. And so we got in costume and learned about first to 4th century olive making, food processing, just village life. It was really a neat time to learn about the culture. Then we went to a place called Dan, and Dan is right on the Lebanese border, far north. And the tribe of Dan was actually allotted area near, if you have a map, it'd be near Tel Aviv. But they couldn't handle it there, so they moved all the way up north, took over a defenseless village, which I never realized before until I read that, and then sort of had life up here. What's interesting about Dan is they kind of get the back of the hand from the Holy Spirit all the way through the Scripture. They appear to be the tribe that idolatry first comes into the land, and then when you read the list of the sealed 144,000, the tribe of Dan is conspicuously not there. So something's going on with Dan. And then it was at Dan where, after the split, after King Solomon died, his son Rehoboam oppressed the people. Another guy by the name of Jeroboam said, "No, we're breaking off, to your homes, O Israel." And this guy Jeroboam set up a false pagan worship site up at Dan. And so we looked at that and just how it seems like the real thing, but it's not. It's a counterfeit. And so we need to watch out for things like that from our lives. And then from there we went to Caesarea Philippi, which is the setting of where Jesus takes them to this region that is known for its pagan and just wicked practices. It would make Las Vegas blush, the things that went on there. So he takes this good group of Jewish boys there and says, "Who do people say that I am?" And then they said, "Well, you're one of the prophets." But he says, "No, who do you say that I am?" And of course, Peter's famous declaration, "You are the Messiah." Jesus says, "Right, have you spoken? You did not do this by yourself," basically. The Spirit helped you. Which, again, is how all of us recognize Jesus as Messiah. He, as Isaiah says, he has no form nor comeliness that we, natural man, should desire him. But through the Holy Spirit, he pursues us that way. And then, of course, right after that, we've got Jesus saying how he's going to go to Jerusalem. Caesarea Philippi is actually his higher water mark, because then it's just everything is leading towards Jerusalem. So he's trying to explain that to his disciples. They're not getting it. Peter takes him aside. He rebukes him. And then the famous "Get behind me, Satan." So how quickly things turn, right? We can confess him with our mouth, but how are our lives living out? So in a sense, and what the teaching was Peter, he confessed the right thing, but he was living his answer like Jesus was just another prophet, not someone who needed to be strictly followed. So that was interesting there. We ended up the day at Mount Bental, which is up in the north on the Syrian border this time, and just learned about a little the political situation. It was in Syrian hands until the '67 war. So we learned a little bit about modern history and why this area is so important. So we spent the night at the Galilee. We just have one night here, sadly, because our well, you can't see it, but one of our rooms is in those buildings there. Very nice place. But today we're on our way down to the Jezreel Valley and all the sites there. So hope everyone's doing well, and I will have hopefully a written blog tonight. Have a great day.